Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I've been a little bit MIA at the moment. It's just with wedding stuff and all of that, but my wedding's over, my honeymoon's over, my holiday's over. So I've got a lot of spare time on my hands. Even though I am moving house and all of that, I still have so much more time on my hands than I did before. So yeah, sorry about that. In today's video, I kind of just wanted to do a few things as I thought it was relevant about things that I did in the lead up towards my wedding, things that can just help you out on your wedding day, I guess. And I mean, even if you're not getting married, these tips are still good. So if that interests you, then just keep watching. Okay, so one of the main things that I did was, getting regular hair treatments, regular haircuts. So my hair does grow really insanely fast. So I get it cut probably every 3-4 months. And I just get it trimmed, nothing crazy. But by the time I get a haircut, it's completely the style is gone. So yeah, I mean, depending on your hair, but just I recommend getting regular haircuts, regular treatments. So I mean, it doesn't have to be by the hairdresser. It can just be as simple as an olive oil hair treatment once a week, coconut oil, which is really good. You just leave it on for I mean, you can leave it on for a long time, you can sleep in it, doesn't matter, but I usually leave it on for about an hour and a half, do something around the house, and then wash my hair. But just make sure, especially if it is an oil, just make sure you wash it twice with shampoo. What else did I do? Another thing I did, before the wedding day, the night before, was, because my hair is a little bit flat, to get that volume that I wanted, I got a shampoo by Sebastian, and it's called the Velat range, and I just made sure I had a volumizing shampoo and conditioner, and again shampooed it twice on the day. So I found that really helped, and I also used the same products of theirs on the day. One thing I probably should have done there was done my own hair. Looking back now, if there's one thing I could have or should have done, it was just to do my own hair, because the amount of money that you pay, and yeah, when it doesn't turn out as good as you thought it would, or I know it sounds like a bit of a bitch kind of when I'm saying this, so I don't want to sound like I'm being a bitch, but because of the industry, because of what I actually do for a living, I do hair, I do makeup, I'm I could have probably done better. And yeah, I don't know, the amount of money I paid, I just thought I could have done that. So but again, I just wanted that to be one less worry on the day. So I mean, that's totally up to you. I mean, obviously if you can't do your hair as good as someone else, then by all means get someone else to do it. But I did do my own makeup on the day, which, yeah, I just gave myself plenty of time to get it done and to get it right. I did trials beforehand, just to make sure I knew what I was doing on the day. I think if you can do your own makeup on the day, then do it, because I think yourself, you pretty much know your face better than anyone else. You want to look like you on the day, but your best. You don't want to look like something completely different on the day. I had trials beforehand with a few girls, and twice with one of the girls, and I still wasn't happy. And I also had a bit of a reaction to the makeup that she put on me. So luckily I did do that before the big day, because that's another thing I'd recommend is don't try anything the week before. Don't do anything the day before that you haven't done, or that you haven't tried before, because if you have a reaction, yeah, it'll be the worst. It'll just pretty much wreck your day. So always trial something beforehand. One thing I did do that I love and will be doing again is an oxygen facial or an oxyfacial. I found that, okay, I'm going to give you a bit of a description first just to explain what it is, because I think some people think, oh, you know, there's just a huge hype about it, but I actually really love them and it worked well for my skin. So I'll just give you a little bit of a definition of what it is. They're very popular amongst celebrities as well, you know, like Madonna, I think Justin Timberlake even, you know, they carry their own machines around with them, obviously because they can afford it. But I would just recommend doing this once in a blue moon, you know, when you have a special occasion, especially for your wedding day. So pretty much what they do is they plump and hydrate the skin and smooth fine lines and wrinkles. You know, great for days, you know, when you have big events, you know, great if you want younger looking skin. It depends, I guess, what whoever's doing it on you puts on your skin first, because the way it works is they will put usually they'll exfoliate first, which is what my skin therapist does, and then she'll put like a really nice serum on top of my skin, and then she'll kind of looks like a airbrush machine, and oxygen flows through it, and then she just places it on my skin and slowly works around my décolletage, my neck and my face, and pretty much whatever's in the skin will be really well absorbed into the skin. And you know, it's pretty much, I think, like 98% oxygen that she uses. So you know, with all these free radicals and pollution, sun damage going on, all these outside factors that can affect, you know, all these things and bring on, I guess, aging, premature aging, yeah, all those things it kind of helps with. So there's no way that you can pretty much get pure oxygen into your skin. So but this is one way just to plump and hydrate. And because, as you know, if you've watched, you know, my other videos, you'll know that I have very, very dry skin, very sensitive skin, and yeah, it's like pretty much thirsty and it needs that hydration. So this is why this really, really works for me. And I could tell the difference straight away. You're probably meant to get it like either the day before or a couple of days before, because that's when it kind of has its full effect and you kind of sleep in those serums and things like that, and then you wake up and you look a lot more brighter. So she is something that was like all natural on me. It's called Thalgo, THALGO, and it's a brand that's really natural. Everything apparently comes from the sea. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's like algae and things like that from the sea, but it definitely agrees with my skin. So I'm going to, when I go back there, I'm going to purchase their you know, their moisturizer. It's amazing, and they also do this like treatment mask, so you can actually wear it during the day, especially even if you have dry skin, so you don't have to take it off. Even though it is a mask, you can leave it on overnight. You can leave it, like, say if you're just having a day at home and you're not doing anything, or if you go to her in the afternoon and then, you know, you come home, you watch TV, have dinner, whatever, and you just don't shower, you can just sleep in it, because it's amazing stuff. And my skin definitely looked more, I know you guys keep saying like, how old are you? You must be 16. But it definitely looks more youthful, more dewy, more glowy. The redness is gone, like it just looks really calming. I even have like a few scars, and when they do, I don't know, I know it sounds weird, but when they do get dry, or when my skin gets dry, they seem more like red. I don't know why, but I think it's just because my skin is really parched. One other thing I also did alongside this was drink so much water. I can't push that enough, because I really think it helps, especially with my dryness. So and it does help with the whole like looking glowy, looking hydrated. Definitely worked this oxyfacial on my fine lines, my wrinkles, because she did it everywhere, especially under my eyes. And you know, when you're putting makeup on, sometimes if you've got dry skin, it can make those areas even drier, like so around your eyes, because it is thinner, around your mouth. Also my nose gets dry, so I don't know whether that's because, you know, it's the place where the sun hits first, and then if it gets burnt or windburn, just everyday factors. Even when I do wear a nice nourishing moisturizer, it still ends up getting dry. So I'm going to try this you know, moisturizer and see if that helps with those things, so I will keep you updated. Also, I meant to say, I did do my own makeup on the day. If you do want to see like what I did or what I use, then just let me know, because I'll probably do a tutorial for that. I really want to do like an everyday tutorial, like for this, for instance, what I'm going to work. I'm pretty much wearing mascara and concealer, that is all, just underneath my eyes, but I also think the things that I have done for my skin allows me not to wear as much makeup. And everyone, I am 26, so please don't think I'm like 15, 16, you know, because I do look after my skin, and I think, you know, I'm hoping that as time goes on, it will kind of show, and all of these things will help, and, you know, hopefully I'll look 50 when I'm 70, but God knows. So I really want to look after my skin. Wear an SPF every day, even if it's cloudy outside. You know, all those things. Another thing that I did was my eyebrows. I started doing my eyebrows a year before. Do it if you can a bit before, because sometimes if you go to someone and you don't like them, you've got to wait for them to grow out. One thing that the lady I went to did, she said, you know, before you come to me, before you do anything, I don't want you to touch your eyebrows for 3 months, and then you come to me. So even given a year and a half, I think I gave it just over a year. And one thing that I did is, because I do have light brown hair, she does dye my eyebrows dark brown. I mean, on the day it looks like, whoa, your eyebrows are really dark, but she leaves the dye on for the whole day, and then it gets washed off, and then it looks pretty much normal. But on the day, because I did my own makeup, I didn't have to touch my eyebrows, I didn't do anything to my eyebrows. I just ran like a little spoolie through them, and that was it, you know. So in photographs, it just makes that little bit of a difference, and it frames your face beautifully. If you get the right person, it really makes a difference. So I'm really fussy with that. I found the right lady for the job. I did my research. She is a little bit more in price, but I think it's worth it in the end. And if you get someone that really knows what they're doing, yeah, then it pays off. What else did I do? Oh, another thing I did was IPL. So IPL is intense pulse laser. This is pretty much like if you've got, I was doing it because I got told I had a little bit of rosacea, not anything crazy, but I think I've told you guys before, when I eat certain foods, if I go in a room that has a heater, when I drink, because I can't even drink alcohol, I tend to get a little bit flushed, and my cheeks tend to be a little bit rosier. Anyway, so what I found out recently, the same lady that I went to do my oxyfacials with ended up being cheaper than the other person that I went to by far. So the only thing I can say is do your research in that area, because there's probably someone cheaper out there. But I still got the same results. So with the IPL, pretty much what it does is, especially if someone's got like a birthmark or sunspots, this will be very good for it, because the light picks up the dark pigment in your skin, and pretty much it brings it out even more, so it becomes like a scab on your face and it falls off. So what it did with the redness is it picked up the redness, and it kind of makes your blood vessels, I guess, I don't know the correct terms, I guess, but it makes them go back into the skin. Because I've got thinner skin around the cheek area, it kind of yeah, made them disappear, I guess, in layman's terms. So really I only get it here and a little bit on my chest, but it has gotten better. So what you want to do is not go in the sun. So people tend to usually get IPL during the winter, but I just made sure that I didn't go in the sun this year. And yeah, if you can do that, because I highly recommend that anyway, because down the track it's going to be better for your skin anyway. And also I did have like a few freckles on my skin that did fall off with it. So if you do kind of, I guess, like your little freckles, then just let whoever's doing it know, and I guess I can kind of miss those areas. It did actually help with some scarring as well. I don't know whether it was meant to, but I guess it kind of makes the new skin come forward. So the last time I got it done, because I had it done 3 times, it did scab up quite a bit, and I was stressing a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, like it's gonna scar, but it didn't do that at all. It actually did the opposite, and it made the new skin underneath be revealed, I guess. And yeah, I just had really nice glowy skin, and it was like someone had exfoliated my skin really well. And yeah, my skin was like baby soft, but yeah, the only thing I would probably complain about was the price. But I mean, the next time, because I'll probably have to do an upkeep of this, I'll just go to this other lady, and she ended up being so much cheaper, and she did the décolletage, the neck and the face for like 1/3 of the price, or even like more. I just don't know, but yeah, that's the only thing. But IPL is very good, especially if you've got a lot of sun damage, a little bit of redness, all those sort of things. So yeah, I highly recommend that. And just having a good skincare, I think, leading up to your wedding. Get to know your skin. Even go to someone that specializes in that area, so you can start to get a good skincare going. Even like a year, 6 months before, start doing it, because if you do have sensitive skin, you can still have a reaction to certain products. So yeah, just do that. Also, the makeup I used on the day was pretty much camera friendly, so myself, I kind of know what I'm using, all of that. But yeah, as I said, I mean, I can show you what I did for my wedding makeup, and what I used and all those things. So if that would interest you, then just keep watching. I can show you pretty much how I did, or how you can get the same hair as me as well on the day. Yeah, so there's some of the things that I did leading up to the wedding. So I hope that helps, and if you are getting married, then congratulations, and I hope the day is really special for you. So yeah, just please leave a message if there's anything that I've missed, or if there's any questions that you have, and I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.